Why does your ex check your social media? This is asked very often, and people want to know if they are not interested, why are they checking it? Or people who are wanting signs, they're hopeful and they're wanting to see if their ex is interested in getting back together with them, and they'll say, I see they're checking my stories. Does that mean they're interested in getting back together with me? I'm going to answer those questions and more in this video. I'm going to list multiple reasons why your ex might check your social media. Each situation is different, so apply these things as best you can to your situation. The first possibility is that your ex is experiencing the curiosity stage in extreme measures. I have a few videos where I talk about the stages your ex goes through while you're in no contact after they've broken up with you. The second stage, which is after the relief stage, is curiosity. And when your ex is really curious, it's fairly obvious why they would check your social media. They're trying to figure out what's going on with you. And these stages become more difficult for your ex progressively as each one happens. But when they are in the curiosity stage, it's because things are not going exactly as they had planned, even if they didn't realize how they had planned it. And what I mean is that most people, when they break up with someone, aren't thinking what the next few weeks will hold. Usually, they just want to get the breakup over with. And then when they walk away, they aren't really even sure what to expect. But then they start thinking about it, especially when they're not hearing from you. Because when they think about it, they realize that they had a feeling that you would contact them. That feeling is an expectation because they broke up with you. You were the one put aside. And so they felt like they were the more attractive one in that situation. I know that sounds like I'm generalizing it, and I am to a degree, but they definitely felt like they were better off without you. But that was under the assumption that you still wanted them and that you would want them permanently. It sounds silly to say that, but they aren't really thinking logically. They're basing it on that feeling that they hurt you, that they were the ones who walked away from you. They knew you wanted to get back together with them. And so it feels like your attraction for them, your desire to be with them will just last forever. That's largely what they feel. And so when you are doing things that suggest that they are wrong, that go against their expectations, they are going to become curious. What is going on? Why are you not doing what they thought you would do, which is try to get them back? So see, even though they may act annoyed by it when you beg and plead, reach out, try to contact them, if you hadn't done those things, they would be wondering why. And all of this is because at first they didn't know exactly what to expect. But those days after the breakup cause them to think about it, and then they start wondering why you're not doing what makes sense to them that you would do. Number 2 of the possibilities of why your ex would check your social media. They are going through intimacy withdrawal. What that means is basically that they got to be with you most days, or a lot of days anyway, if this wasn't a long distance relationship. And if it was a long distance relationship, they were hearing from you, you were texting them, calling them, they were texting and calling you, and you two were sharing the details of your day. If you're in the same town or the same area, then a lot of times you'd be having dinner or lunch together, or it would be at nighttime, you're sitting together, talking about your day, looking forward to the future, and they're aware of what's going on in your life. And that is to a large degree what intimacy is. And so when they don't have that, they aren't used to being ignorant of what's going on with you. And it's like they are empty because they had become accustomed to knowing what's going on with you, how you felt about it, what you're looking forward to, what you're thinking, those kinds of things. And so even if they think they still want the breakup and they still stand by their reasons and their feelings, then they can still feel this intimacy withdrawal because when you're used to it and lose it, it can be quite a jolt because we all crave intimacy. And when we lose it, even if it's by our own decision, it can be quite the shock. Before I get to number 3, take a note to check out my support community at lovedynamics.com. That's lovedynamics.com. It's a supportive community of people who are either going through what you're going through and they've learned something about it and they're helping, or they are coaches on my staff or volunteers who know my material and understand what my organization teaches and has learned about breakups. So if you have a question you want to answer, go to lovedynamics.com to join my support community. Number 3 is one of the more simpler ones to explain. It's based on ego and pride because you're not reaching out to them. They want to see some kind of sign that you're having difficulty with this. Probably not because they want you to hurt unless you did something really bad to them. But they want to feel like they are worth hurting over. And so when you're not showing that because you're just staying away, and it seems like you can do that, that you're not breaking down and calling or showing up or begging, pleading, sending letters or gifts, in many ways it can feel to them that they are not worth it, at least to you. And that's a shot to an ego. That's a shot to pride. It stings a little bit, especially when they were on a high horse of attraction after they broke up with you, feeling like they were more attractive than you simply because they broke up with you and yet you still wanted it. When one person wants the other person and the other person doesn't, the one who doesn't feels like they are more attractive. That's just basic human nature, even if they're a good person. So it could be as simple as ego and pride, because we all like to have interests shown in us. And that's one of the reasons relationships can end or go through struggles, is that one person does not feel appreciated or wanted or desired. And that's a lot of what your ex can go through after they break up with you and you don't contact them. Even if you already have, even if you've done some of the wrong things like contacting and begging and pleading, if you just stop it, it can be such an interrupt of pattern that it can really hurt their ego, because they feel like, at least in your eyes, they are not attractive enough to be pursued. And so they are still seeking your validation even after they broke up with you. That should add additional motivation to stay away from them and not to validate them during this time. Number 4 is one of the more difficult ones, because a lot of times people will fall for this type of thing, but it's where they actually view your story or something on social media where they know you can see that they watched it or that they looked, because they are breadcrumbing you. And breadcrumbing is where they try to put out this little clue that makes you think that maybe they're kind of interested. It makes you curious why they did it, and it makes you contact them. And it's where they're wanting you to do the hard work. They're wanting you to carry the situation. They don't want to take the risk. They don't want to risk rejection by contacting you, so they're trying to do a little something to get you to do all the work. Sounds really romantic, doesn't it? Don't fall for it. Don't fall for breadcrumbs. And this is one of the typical ones that will be done, where they will do something on social media, small, like watching one of your stories, liking one of your posts, and because you are hopeful and you want to get back together with them, you might see this as something you need to respond to by directly contacting them. And you don't. Most of the time, you don't need to respond at all. The only time I suggest responding on social media is if they make a comment to one of your posts, and it's not just generic like, cool, but it's actually something slightly personal. You can say something very small. But even then, I'll try to talk you out of it. So if you can not say anything, don't. But that's the only situation where I would even say that it won't hurt, or that it could not hurt the situation. But in general, don't fall for breadcrumbs. The only time you should ever respond is if they directly contact you by text message, call, or a direct message on social media or online like an email. Otherwise, don't fall for it. It's a manipulation tactic where they are not wanting to take the risk of rejection, even though they were the ones who rejected you to begin with by breaking up with you. So show your strength and that you respect yourself enough that you're not going to fall for it. Number 5 is that they are fearing the loss. In other words, they've kind of maybe gone through one of these others. And this is especially true if you see that they watch your story or do things on social media that involve your account multiple times. So let's say they are watching all of your stories. It could be because they have gone through that curiosity stage and they can't figure it out. So now they're fearing loss. They are realizing they could lose you. And people may say, but they broke up with me. Why would they care if they lost me? It's different when you give something up willfully, when you make the decision to walk away. That's not losing it. Losing it is when you don't want to walk away. You want to keep it, but it's taken from you. That's loss. That's what you experienced when they broke up with you. They made a decision. They gave it away. And now they're feeling like they couldn't get it back, which is actually a form of loss, at least as far as how they think about it and feel about it. And this is a good sign because they have to feel the loss to actually see what it's really like to be without you, to actually reflect on this and see if they really want the breakup, because a lot of times when they break up with you, they haven't thought about the future, and it takes them experiencing it to know they don't want it. Nobody's perfect. We're all human, and that's probably what they're going to go through. And if you are seeing that they're watching your stories and paying attention to your social media, it's very possible that they are fearing your loss. They look at the situation and say, I didn't realize that I could, but I could lose them. And now I'm beginning to wonder if that's what I want. I'm beginning to wonder if I actually want this breakup. So now they're worried. What have I done? So that's a good situation to be in. If your ex is viewing your social media, generally speaking, It's a good thing for you if you want your ex back. In the end screen here, a thumbnail for a video is going to show up, and it's a video called "Is No Contact the Only Way?" It's one of the more important videos I feel I've ever done, and I encourage you to watch it as a follow-up to this one because it will make a lot of sense. If you are wondering why your ex is watching your social media, you need to know if no contact is the only way or if there's other things that you can do, and if you just want some encouragement about no contact, this is the video for you. So click the thumbnail here to watch that video. Thank you for subscribing. This has been Coach Lee, and as always, thank you for watching.